look, here's the deal.
Let me say this simply and clearly. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by God. You know the thing. You know how we talk about it. Are we the people? Folks, we gotta, it's just, but you gotta, I mean, we gotta reassure, look, here, my message to everybody I talk to is play the radio, make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone, make sure the kids hear words. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. You know, there's a, during World War II, you know, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that, you know, was totally different than it's called, he called it the, you know, the World War II, he had the War Production Board. You know, there's that great philosopher, and he talked about, Jill puts notes up on my mirror when she wants me to, where I shave, to get messages across to me. And what presidents say matter.
The former vice president suggests the black community lacks diversity of thought.
We choose truth over facts.
Biden complimented the town before incorrectly identifying which state he was speaking in.
Joe Biden forgot he was in a video live stream and abruptly walked off camera.
And I spent an hour and a half today on the telephone. I mean, on what we're doing right now on camera.
Biden making a series of unusual rhetorical detours at the town hall dedicated to health care.
Imagine what would have happened if, God forbid, Barack Obama had been assassinated after becoming the de facto nominee.
The first sort of mainstream African American who was articulate and bright and clean and a nice-looking guy.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump.
If you notice, I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me. The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate. A whole range of people. My point is...
That's not true. The other one is here.
I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. I mean, come on.
The NAACP does not endorse candidates for political office at any level.
How many unsafe bridges you still have here in the state of Iowa? And I was just in Ohio because they have more. It is important that Iowa and Nevada have spoken, but look. I love this place. Look, what's not to like about Vermont in terms of the beauty of it, and what a neat town. Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were. Anyway, business is realizing they've got to price in the carbon. They have to price in the price of carbon, and so there's so much. I think. Anyway, look. One more question here. Is it too late to address the climate change?
Well, I'm so glad to hear you talking about that as eloquently as you do, Joe.
You know, the rapidly rising I don't know. We cannot let this. We've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy take second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what. I tell you what, I'm so darn proud. And those poor people who have lost, anyway.
Have you been tested for some degree of cognitive decline?
I've been tested and I'm constantly tested.
Have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Wait, you're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Your husband has been known to make the occasional gaffe.
Nope.
The gaffe issue is over because...
Over. So over.
By the way, this is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, you switched on me. This is my wife. This is my sister. They switched on me. All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. Why the hell would I take a test? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump, who brags about his test and makes your mental state an issue for voters?
Well, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I just can't figure the guy. It's like watching a yo-yo. I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like watching.
It feels that way. I want to ask.
Donald Trump does pose an existential threat to this. It's not hypothetical. Why doesn't he just act like a president? Wait, you're getting nervous, man. Look, you're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
A lot of guys want this.
I'm not worried. That's a stupid way to say it.
You know, Donald Trump was asked on...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, probably best I don't.
Well, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden's getting attention for using a teleprompter before answering a voter's question.
There's 60 million Americans saying that they would vote for a union today. And I would like to know, what will your administration do to help give them that chance? Thank you.
Let's move it up here. You know, there used to be a basic bargain in this country. Workers shared in the wealth their work helped create.
You know, you're used to seeing your political leaders be able to do the Q&A off the cuff.
Look, one of the things that that I think is really important is that we somehow put that back on. There's somehow that we're in a situation where we work together. In addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things. In January of 2018, I found myself in a circumstance where, 2012, and I was waiting for a black man, Tom, to come and pick me up from Philadelphia, a guy named Barack Obama, on the 17th of January to take me to Washington, a trip I've made 1,000 times, commuting every day, to be sworn in as president and vice president.
So help me God.
So help me God. The last president said, no, I'm not going to reauthorize it. And folks, one of the things I'm proudest of is getting control of the Paris Climate Accord. I'm the guy that came back after meeting with Deng Xiaoping and it would be it'd be 154 billion. 2.5 million, 300,000. Like 600 plus thousand people. There's each and every one of them.
60,000. Yeah, 60,000.
660. I missed it. It would put 720 million women back in the workforce. Roughly 25% of their, they gave, I think it was 54, don't hold me to that, 54%, over 500 miles a day, 250 miles a day. 150 million people have been killed since 2007, more than all the wars, including Vietnam. Now we have, my name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other by. Make sure that we have no one going to jail for a drug offense. They go directly mandatory prison. Go to school. Together, we can work toward racial justice, economic injustice. We can provide paid sick leave for all workers, so workers don't have to leave work to be fired in order when they get sick to be able to continue to live. The Green New Deal will pay for itself as we move forward. We're not going to build plants that, in fact, are great polluting plants.
So do you
We're going to
support
build
the Green New Deal?
Pardon me?
You support?
No, I don't support the Green New Deal. And for folks in the working class that are below 400, they will, in fact, increase their premiums. Will increase the generosity of the premium tax credit they now get by investing $100 billion in education, in global warming efforts. It's a whole range of things. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Really, really weird that people backing him aren't acknowledging any of this, that they're pretending that people bringing it up are being completely unfair.
How sharp is he? Does the Joe Biden tonight, is he the same Joe Biden who could respond with one word to a younger
question by the question.
A younger Brian Williams and just say,
this idea of, slow Joe. I shouldn't laugh about it because, I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. I'm among many qualified people. I'm the best qualified person for this job. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you.
why attack Sanders?
Why? You're getting nervous, man. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. The rapidly rising COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
This is former Vice President Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee. Now, everyone knows that Joe Biden is a human gaffe machine, and it seems like every time he speaks, there's some sort of blunder or awkward moment.
Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? I would eliminate the capital gains tax. I would raise the capital gains tax. We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts. I keep my support. If you notice, I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me because they know me. They know who I am. 3 former chairs of the Black Caucus. The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate. A whole range of people.
No,
my point is
that's not true. The other one is here.
I said the first African-American elected. First African.
Except if you rewatched a clip, he said the only African-American woman, not the first.
The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate.
But at least he recovered gracefully and owned up to his mistake.
I said the first African-American elected.
Number 28 is from back in March, when Biden appeared on MSNBC and spoke to Nicole Wallace. And it didn't go so great.
We should be making those masks. We should be moving on those ventilators. We can do that. Why doesn't he just act like a president? That's a stupid way to say it.
Donald Trump was asked on.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, probably best I don't. I just can't figure the guy. It's like watching a yo-yo. I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like watching.
It feels that way. I want to ask.
There's nothing more presidential than constantly cutting yourself off in mid-sentence.
And I tell you what, I'm so darn proud. And those poor people who have lost, anyway.
No, not sleepy at all.
Anyway.
Biden blooper number 27 is something that you might have seen recently.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Joe.
I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor.
The utter incompetence of Joe Biden's staff is stunning. Not only did they not catch that Biden flubbed the line, but then they still decided to make it into an ad and push it out to millions of people.
I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor.
And we're really supposed to believe that this is the guy that's leading in the polls? Yeah, sure. Number 26 in the countdown is Joe Biden at a climate change town hall hosted by CNN.
I would see to it immediately moving toward, we're in fact in a position now that if in fact we dealt with mitigation across the board, just what we did in the last administration and before, leading to a standard that we provide efficiency for appliances.
What?
That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air.
Oh, my brain hurts. Coming in at number 25 is when Joe Biden was making a campaign stop in Keene, New Hampshire.
I'm back. I've been here a number of times. Last time was, I think, all the way back in 2014, but I've been here before that. I love this place. Look, what's not to like about Vermont in terms of the beauty of it? And what a neat town.
New Hampshire, Vermont, same difference. No wonder Biden placed 5th in their primary. Number 24 in the countdown needs no setup.
Because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump.
And your first issue that you're going to push, you get one shot that it may be the only thing you get passed. What is that first issue for your presidency?
This is a pretty straightforward question. Now let's watch Joe Biden completely screw it up.
The first thing I would do is make sure that we defeat Donald Trump.
Okay.
Period. Rehabilitation. Nobody should be in jail for a nonviolent crime. Commuted every single solitary day to Wilmington, Delaware, over 500 miles a day. 250 miles a day. There's a lot of really talented people we have out there. Kamala Harris, you got Cory Booker, you got the former mayor of Massachusetts. You got a lot of talented people.
So in this video, we're going to be counting down the top 30 Biden bloopers of the 2020 election cycle. So far. So, as many of you know, President Trump calls Joe Biden Sleepy Joe, and with good reason.
The rapidly rising
So starting off at number 30, here's a clip of VP Biden on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace trying to prove Trump otherwise.
So I can hardly wait to debate him on stage. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man, these are back to back. Anyway.
No, not sleepy at all. Blooper number 29 occurred during the November Democratic debate when Joe Biden claimed that of all the candidates, he would be able to get the most support from the black community in a general election and gave some examples.
I'm part of that Obama coalition. I come out of the black community in terms of